Okay. So today is September 15th, and I just made a video on Billy Crone Pasta, how he's a criminal. And I was showing my leg that how they gave me this bite here, right? I told you, even like right now I can feel a bump right here. I can feel a bump, and you can probably see this one red. They keep messing my camera or something, I'm not sure. Oh gosh. I just showed you in my previous there's a red bump here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there. Okay, there's a red bump right there. So and I can feel like a bump over there. So I told you how they wanted to make issue about the clothes, right? Because my father-in-law, he removed his wash clothes and he placed on the counter, okay, instead of playing in the putting it in the dryer, because he had some other clothes running in the dryer. But he didn't leave his clothes in the washing machine. He took it out, he placed it on the counter, and right above the counter were my clothes that were drying. On the on the hanger, I had hanged some clothes to dry. So the longer ones, I told you in my previous video how the longer ones, I did not take it out from the hanger. Like I probably will just redo. There were like 4 clothes, they were really long, that I don't know. I usually he's not into hygiene. I'm so much into hygiene, and so I'm like, I don't know, I should trust it or not. So anyway, so I took out the short ones, I placed it in the dryer, and then I was folding those clothes, and that is exactly when they gave me this bite. Now I folded all the clothes, both the dryers that I did, okay, I did one load, and then the second dryer I did it, in which they made issue, and they gave me this bite on my left leg. Then the couch, I showed you the couch where that insect was, that couch was empty. Like there was nothing, no insect, there was absolutely nothing. And they have given me these mosquito bites, these bump bites on my cheek, usually it's on the right side of my cheek, usually it's on the right side of my hand. Immediately it will just show up. There is no bug, there is no mosquito, there is nothing. Immediately it will just bump up, and I will either start feeling itchy, or I'll just feel the bump with a little bit of pain. So I know that all this is witchcraft. So now we are hearing the raving right now. So they know very well that Billy Crone Pastor is not going to say anything. The previous video that I made exposing him, they know that, it's not going to matter. He's not going to speak up, or even his followers, they're not going to pay attention. They know that very well. And that is why they try to cover up their mess, that they just gave me a bite here. This is called covering up, when they placed the, I don't know, it's a cockroach or the insect right on the, and that too, it is dead, okay? That thing is dead. And so what happened, I folded the clothes. That's the other thing these people do here. I told you many times, right? Only when I come out to do some video, like they will have a boat that will just speed up, usually the boats, like they take their normal time and they just go slowly. But anyways, and this could, a lot of these people, they are like NPCs too. So anyways, so if the insect is dead, how the dead insect bite me, right? Now I'll tell you what these people did was, they cannot give me a bite, or no, even in a normal condition the insect cannot bite that part of the leg, because guess what, when I crossed my leg, this part was touching my my right leg. So it's like my 2 legs are like crossed. So if this part is touching this part right here, how can I get a bite right here? It makes no sense, correct? You see what I'm saying? If this skin is touching this finger, How can I get a bite here or right here? There is no space for these insects to get in, and I will feel it, right? And see how long this I'm wearing, right? It's just bizarre. So obviously these people did it immediately to make issue about the clothes thing, because see, they hone into whatever I do. For example, it is my doing that, you know, whatever the plates that we eat, we have like 2 sinks, so I always tell everybody to keep the used ones on the right side. And you know, we wash our hands, or we are still like say cooking or just cutting fruits or washing fruits, vegetables, whatever it is. But I try to do everything on the left side of the sink. That way the water is not splashing back either into utensil that we are washing or the fruits and vegetables that we are washing, right? That is my doing. But they know, they have followed my pattern. They know my thinking. So they hone into my thinking, my pattern of hygiene. And today what I did was, you know, I had a leftover hot water, and I wanted to put it on the, so my plate was tilted. I already ate, and I placed it on the right side of the sink, and it was tilted. So on the dry position where there was no water, nothing, I just placed that hot water on it so that, you know, the food won't get like stuck to it. It'll just like come off, because I was still cooking, you know. I was in the midst of still cooking. So anyways, so these people want to make issue, and so they had like the 2 pieces of it, like it's like granules, kind of like very small, like sandy granules. Okay, that was I just saw it in the pressure cooker. I'm like, what the? So I know it's all witchcraft. They immediately do some. I showed you how they placed hair in the potatoes today morning, and not only that, before that they gave me pain in my hip and in my abdomen on the right side. I told you, anything on the right side, oh, don't do that, don't do that. But even when I went to wash that particular utensil in which I cooked that potato, they again started to give me same not shooting pain, but it was a minor pain, but they started to give me same on the right side of my abdomen and little bit on my right hip and everywhere, right? So we know that nothing is random. All these hair or these insect activities that they are doing is not random. And Billy Crone Pastor is a murderer. He's a torturer. He's a physical and mental. He's a Satanist. He can never be part of a Jesus Christ, because if he's blocking me, he's not letting out these crimes. Okay, then obviously he's a criminal. So I'm just going to thank you know, all these people for putting that insect, be it, I don't know, whatever, cockroach or whatever that thing is. And I never had any, like, I finished folding the clothes from both the laundries. The entire couch was clear, and then I just placed the clothes to iron. Okay, so I placed other load of clothes on that couch. Even then there was nothing. I didn't see any insects, nothing. But as I'm picking one by one to iron the clothes, after that later I saw like a dead insect. Dead, not alive, dead. Now I'll tell you what other they do synchronizations for super interrogation purpose. Remember that, as Richard Boylan said, always. Super interrogation. They want to do super interrogation. The only way they can do super interrogation is via synchronizations. They can do synchronizations 2 ways, either via witchcraft or via gang stalking or via directed energy weapons and all that. Okay, and a CIA guy, Robert Duncan, has already said that they have ability to do improbable synchronizations. That is the technology they have. He has said it. So so what happened was, my sister-in-law had visited me, and she had it was a dress that looked like skirt to me, the way it was made. Okay, so that was lying on the same couch that I just showed you the insect was. So her skirt was that, and at the same time I was wearing a skirt. Okay, so she just complimented about my skirt, that, oh, your skirt is looking so nice, you know. And immediately there was a big cockroach crawling on her skirt. This is how, there is no logic, there is no hygiene stuff, there is nothing. And then again she had to put her dress in the laundry thing. And I think it was the day, I believe, that she had missed her flight. She came back home, it was, you know, and then her next day there was her flight. So imagine, I mean, people don't want to do the laundry at the last, that for one day that she missed and she came back home. It's not like she has a whole laundry load to do, right? So this is how I told you how much they harassed me for by contaminating the my kitchen counter, kitchen sink, all the washed area, wash utensils, dry the mats that I've washed, and the drying mat on which I put the utensils after I wash it, right? But all that, even I watched, after 2 days there was like cockroach crawling everywhere. And I tell you, all these cockroaches that they come, it's only to make issue. Oh, you cook this, oh, I'm gonna put cockroach. If I say something about counter, oh, then I'm gonna put cockroach. Like, oh, you're gonna make these beans, we have problem. Oh, here's a big small cockroach, but it's a big cockroach. Usually it used to be like these big cockroaches coming out of sink and then contaminating all my surfaces, all that. So then it's okay, they can do all that contamination, then it's okay. And who is this cockroach? I told you, ex-FBI agent Gerald Sosby. And the moment I started to upload all my videos on Twitter around August 2021 about Maui fires and all that, directed energy weapons, use of all this, that is when I realized after a few days that he had deleted his website. And in fact, the cockroaches also stopped coming in my sink area. All the cockroaches that were just showing up for past so many years, like 2-3 years, they stopped coming, all these cockroaches. Yeah, they are still coming here on the couch and on my carpet and this and that. But again, I told you in just 2 days ago, or yesterday's video where I made, I just told you how the cockroach came to tell me, oh, you forgot to clean that lunch bag, right? The containers in the lunch bag, right? So that is exactly at that spot the cockroach came, right? So I told you, nothing is random, everything to synchronize and super interrogate, synchronize, super interrogate, synchronize, super, that is all. And that is what makes SUJA, VIJAYAN, Gerald Sosby, Billy Crone, past all these people criminals. SUJA VIJAYAN, I caught her red-handed on WhatsApp when she was posing everywhere, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, everywhere. She was posing herself to be like a targeted individual. And then a sentence she said on WhatsApp, oh, you know what, these targeted individuals are the worst people on this planet, okay? So she literally excluded herself. She did not realize that, and I caught her right then and there. You just excluded yourself to be a TI, and then you just want to pose us as the worst people on this planet. And I immediately knew that she's lying, because she's lying, as if she's a Tia. And the other thing, she was lying that we are the worst people because we are not into pornography, we are not into human sacrifice, we are not into child sacrifice, we are not into animal sacrifice, we are not into witchcraft, we are not into voodoo, we are not into giving these rape dreams with our own family members, we are not into doing these illegal experimentations with others, we are not into looting stores, or we are not into doing any of the stuff, corruption, or taking money from people, corruption. And a lot of corruption is going on everywhere, right? So if we are not doing any of this, or at least I have not done any of this. In fact, I didn't even know the word witchcrafts and voodoo and black magic, all these even existed on this planet. I had no clue before 2015. Okay, then what makes me a worse person on this planet? I was just in my little bubble, just having my family life with my hubby. But no, Jehovah's Witness starts to come, and the black magic. I knew something was wrong before even Jehovah's Witnesses came, because I can tell from my eyes that, some black magic was done on me. And sure enough, then I studied the astrology, and I figured, oh, never mind, I do have this black magic. It's astrological combinations, you can figure it out. Although you will hear this Billy Crone pastor, and they say, oh, you should never study astrology, there's like a demonic and this. No, it's purely mathematical. Just the way Jesus Christ in Bible has revealed, oh, there will be from that Virgo sign, you'll see these stars and all these combinations, and a son will child will be born. And so for that you can follow astrology. But for other things that you can interpret your life, or you can know what what all yogas you have, good, bad, whatever it is, then they have problem with that. I mean, how stupid that is. But anyways, but on several occasions, like they've told me, like I'm from Jesus Christ blood, or I have this I'm filled with Jesus Christ bloodline, or whatever, right? And the same thing they tell Showed you about Darlington Moses' book, where he says that, oh, the targeted individual, I mean, the star seeds like me, who are also targeted individuals and chosen ones, we have all the source conscious and energy, and that is why these people, like these archons, these negative entities, these reptilians, aliens, whoever you want to call, they target us because they cannot get energy from the NPCs. Like 90% of this planet, on the people on this planet, they are NPCs or non-player characters, as Tanutsudan says. So they are not going to respond even after me telling them, hello, this is what is going on in this world, and somebody out there is deceiving you. But they will not see that, because their mind will be hacked by these very archons immediately. These evils and devils, they will immediately hack their mind. They will not let them listen to what I'm saying, and they will keep following the deceivers, the liars, and they'll just go after these false people, or they'll just not speak up at all. So this is what a lot of it is going on. And as Darlington Moses said, and they even make series on people like me, on targeted individuals. Go watch Manifest on Netflix. It's all about targeted individuals, and in fact the Satanist, I mean the worst lady, the evil lady, is shown to be me, actually myself, in that Manifest. Because as Almas Jacob always says in most of his videos, that these evil or Satan or Lucifer or Freemasonic Illuminati people, they always show good is bad, evil is good, and true is false, and false is true, because Satan does everything in reverse. So a lot of time they will do reverse backmasking of the music. They will do reverse. You see, even they will the name of the movies or name of the series, Netflix series, you'll see one of the letter is written in reverse, because this is what Aleister Crowley, their Aka, taught them to do everything in reverse. And that is why Michael Jackson was doing a reverse walking, which was named like a moonwalk, which became very famous. So that is what Aleister Crowley said, that if you want to be famous in any of your field, then you do everything in reverse. And even Satan and evil devil, whatever you want to call Lucifer, they tell you to do everything in reverse or show everything in reverse. So a lot of the times there is this guy called was it Volleytron 101. In his channel, he'll like decode all the iPad Go 2 and all kind of series, and then he will show numerically everything that is reversed, because he knows very well that the Satan uses everything reverse. Okay, so that is how in Manifest series they show this evil girl who is kind of me, in reverse, in the sense that the good is evil. So they will show good, like me, as evil person, and the rest of the people who are following their calling, who are the Illuminati and the Satanist people in real life, they are all good people. They are so loving and caring, and that is what they will show. This is called mind programming of the public, but it's called reverse mind programming. So anyway, so in most of the, and people do not even realize that I had no clue that there is something called wife swapping. I saw one Bollywood movie a few years ago, and I thought it's just a movie, but then I thought that why would someone think like that? It's like a so weird thing, so disgusting thing to like think also. And then after so many years, when Sushant Singh Rajput's death came to light, and okay, now I figured it was a fake death, but however, Illuminati made sure that he is taken out from the real world. So his murder or his death or his suicide, whatever you want to call, was just faked. So for world, he's dead, and a lot of people still believe he's dead in real life, but he's not really dead, he's alive. But who knows, Illuminati took them, and God knows what all experiments they are doing on him, who knows. So and I showed you SUJA Vijayan's and Ramola Dharmraj's article yesterday, where this Canadian girl, Indian girl, she stabbed somebody, but she was continuously mentally tortured like this. Continuously she was tortured. And it's called neuropsychotronic weapons, all these kind of tortures that she was going through. And I told you, you go watch in number 2 worlds.net. That lady has spoken. She has shown the pictures of her cuts on her body, the bluish, black, purplish, reddish mark that they give here. Mine is gone. So usually they give her, they used to give me on my legs too, mostly all of these marks, but it's all part of witchcraft. She did not realize back then. And the muting of ear, pulling of eardrums, or ringing ear, and helicopters, all of these actually same thing is going on with me. So lot of this is done to, because only we are the star seeds, we have this God source consciousness energy. So these people do all this humiliation and targeting, torture, humiliation, guilt, fear, anxiety, to get the loose energy from us and give it to their reptilians. Because as according to montauk.net guy, who is apparently the boyfriend of this intoworlds.net, I think he calls himself Tom, yeah, whatever. So anyways, the montauk.net guy, there's a website, montauk.net, alien agenda, you can just look up, Google up, and you'll know. So in there, he literally talks about this harvesting of energy via humiliation, guilt, fear, anxiety, sexual energy, like you, and physical, mental tortures. All of this is going on, okay? To slurp up the energy from us, and they will give this loose energy to their grays, and grays will give it up to the reptilian, something like that he had mentioned on his website. And the same concept is shown in a Hollywood movie that I recently saw, that you are like a food for us, okay? So they take, it's called harvesting energy. It's same thing they show in the movie Matrix. All these human beings are attached to some machines, and they are trying to take the energy out of them. It's the same thing they show in what was the other thing? Several times I've saw. In fact, there was a video that popped up on YouTube that said that there was a face of a reptilian, like a snake. There was a face of a snake, but his head was almost like a reptilian kind of face. Okay, and they said that we feed on your soul energy, or we feed on your energy or something like that. So anyways, so lot of times I've seen this continuous same thing. David Icke has spoken about it. So I know that a lot of these things that these people are doing, helicopter activity, the raving of the engine, for these little things, we're going to make you show up beans. Like even today, I did not record in my previous video that how many times they gave me pain in the right side of my abdomen. Even like when I was ironing, they wanted to make you show out something, and they gave me a little bit of pain, minor pain in my right side of my abdomen, right side of my hip, okay? But they will do it for like few seconds or like 1 minute or something, then they'll stop. So on several occasions, like when I was cooking in the lunchtime, they did it. But I'm not going to sit and record all the single moment thing that, now they see for this particular, whatever cilantro, now they did this. For this particular tomato or onions or beans or whatever the issues they want to make. Look, now they give me shooting needle pain here and pain there, and but I do try to cover the big things, when they do something real big, I try to cover it, so that these criminals, SUJA, VIJAYAN, RAMOLA Dharmraj, ex-FBI agent Gerald Sosby, Barbara Hartwell, CIA agent, Robert Duncan, William Burns, Billy Crone pastor, all these people, this diving deep, infinite waters, that guy, YouTuber, all of these people, I approach all of them, and they want to ignore it. Means you're a Satanist. You can never be a pure soul. You can never be a good soul. You can never be a follower of Jesus Christ, right? Because you are not doing the right thing.